How's it going?
Over here.
Yesterday was kind of crazy. He upped the ante. Just give me your thoughts about everything that happened yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, anybody who knows anything about fighting knows that, you know, there's a lot of things about, oh, did he cross the line? Did he say this and that? This is as much a part of the fight as the fight itself. Conor McGregor is one of the greatest mental warfare guys of all time, you know, and Floyd isn't too bad himself. And you see how, you know, the things that are being said and done, how each guy has stayed composed, and it's all part of the game. You know, for people who I was watching, what's that idiot's name on SportsCenter? Neil Everett. So Neil Everett last night is like, I'm done with this shtick and all this stuff. Yeah, because you don't know anything about fighting. Stick to reading teleprompters. You're a fucking talking head. Okay, this is as much a part of the fight as the fight itself. And the thing that happens is every city we go to, things were said in LA, things were said in Toronto, things will be said today, and by the time you end the tour, you know, these guys are truly pissed off and truly thinking of how to counter what happened yesterday.
How close was it to getting maybe an altercation when he grabbed the flag and he
I don't know. Yeah, I worry about that. You know, it's why, you know, everybody seems a little too fucking loosey-goosey and lackadaisical with this thing, man. It's
I could see you in the eye. You're just like, dude, you're just waiting. Like,
and then when they square off in the front and start screaming at each other's face, how long do you let that go on before it's just too much? You know, it's, you know. So I don't know. I'm trying to do my. This isn't my fucking production and not my show. So I'm trying to do the best I can to not have these guys touch each other.
What happens if that does happen? Is there something in the contract?
Yeah,
what exactly is in the contract?
And plus, yesterday in Toronto, that floor we were on was like ice. It was like being in a hockey rink. It was so slippery. So it just takes one little. And Conor's got dress shoes on, and you know, this is all things that I worry about.
Yeah. You know, looking at the stops that we've had so far, how are you taking all this in it, and how do you, I guess, gauge it?
I don't give a shit. This isn't my show. It's awesome. I don't have to do anything. I've had a blast. Yeah. I don't have to do anything. If this was my show, shit would have went wrong in Los Angeles that I would have been mad about, and we'd be trying to fix so that doesn't happen in Toronto. Same thing would happen in Toronto, but I don't have to worry about anything. I just got to worry that these two don't touch each other, and that's it.
Seeing the shirt right here, Zuffa Boxing. Are you guys going to start promoting boxing?
What's your question?
Do you think that Showtime manipulated Conor's mics the way that he's been saying they have?
You know, Conor started to say something nasty about Floyd, and then the mic didn't work. His mic didn't work, and my mic didn't work either. You know, so honestly, I think they shut the mics off, and then I think that they got so much shit from the fans for it that they turned the mics on the next day.
I can take a guy with no experience in front of the media like Conor and make him the biggest name in your sport and in sports in general.
Say that again?
How do you take someone like Conor, who's anonymous, and make him a superstar? You take Ronda Rousey, who no one really knew her, even she was at 2 Olympics, and you make them larger than life personalities.
Yeah, well, first of all, if you look at Conor, I went to dinner with Conor one night, and I fucking knew it that night. You know, I told my partner, if this guy can even throw a punch, he's going to be a huge superstar. And the whole Irish thing is so powerful, it's crazy. I mean, even yesterday, we were in Canada, you see how many Irish there were? It's insane. The Irish thing is huge. Huge St. Paddy's Day parades in Boston, New York, Chicago, Kansas City, San Francisco, even places like Savannah, Georgia. And there's a way when you have an Irish fighter that you think has potential to move him, and we moved him exactly the way you're supposed to do it. But you got to have a guy who can actually do it. And one of the things about Conor is from the jump, man, the way this kid handles pressure is phenomenal. You know, we put him in a couple of positions where he was under a lot of pressure, and he just killed it.
I got to just ask Leonard.
Go ahead.
Dana, we're CompuBox. We went back and we tracked 10 of Conor's UFC fights, his stand-up game. What we saw was a fighter that throws no more than 40 punches per round. And what we know of guys that have given Floyd trouble in the past, you got to throw around 90 to 100, like Cotto and a Maidana. How are you expecting Conor to come out in this fight? Do you see him coming as a counterpuncher, or do you think he's going to kind of bring this fight to Floyd and throw upwards to 90 to 100 punches?
Well, one of the things that I've noticed about Conor is he's a master at range and distance, you know, and he always, all the guys that have said, you know, oh, he might have hurt this guy, but he isn't going to hurt me. He might have knocked this guy out, but he isn't going to knock me out. And what's going to happen when he faces a wrestler, and the list goes on and on. He is very good at figuring out his opponents and figuring out ways to beat them. And when you talk to him, he is very confident and will make you believe that he will beat Floyd Mayweather because he has this thing worked out. So I stopped doubting this kid a long time ago. I'll leave the fighting up to him, and you know, the promoting up to me.
You got to talk to me about the shirt right here, Zuffa Boxing. What's the cogwheels? What's going on with this?
Yeah, it's a cool looking shirt. I like it.
Is there anything to it?
It could be.
Yeah?
Yeah.
By the end of the year, maybe?
I don't know. We'll see.
Is it something that you think maybe outside of the UFC, Lorenzo could come back and be a part of it?
Yeah, Lorenzo's in fucking Italy on a boat right now. I don't think he's coming back anytime soon.
Dana, you're a big boxing guy. You started off in boxing. Who are some of your major influences in the sport, going back to maybe
Hagler?
Present?
Hagler, huge
yeah,
Hagler fan. Obviously, Tyson's the greatest thing to ever happen in my lifetime as a fan of combat sports. Everybody loves Ali. I'm a huge Ali fan, so yeah.
What about any guys today that you like?
Yeah, I mean, I like Triple G, man. I'm a Triple G fan. I like Canelo, fucking great dude too. I'm excited about that fight.
You Mayweather fan?
Yeah, of course. I like Floyd. Yeah.
I'm seeing the McGregor Sports and Entertainment. I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
With an MMA fighter. Let me know a little bit about that.
Ask him about that.
Yeah,
yeah, that's his company.
Okay, I was just curious how that kind of fell into play with you guys.
Well, no, he's all this shit is all ego shit right here. I mean, at the end of the day, boxing, that's what that stuff's always about, ego. But you know, Conor started a company. If you know, he's one of the promoters of the event. Mm-hmm. McGregor's one of the promoters of the event, just like Mayweather is. So
you're very good friends with Mike Tyson. Has he talked to Conor about this fight? Has he given Conor any pointers?
No, he hasn't. But I saw that he came out and said Mayweather wins this fight.
What's your favorite moment with Mike Tyson?
With Mike Tyson, personally? Oh, fuck. I mean, I've had so many great moments with Mike. Anytime Mike is around me, it's a great moment. I love the guy, and we've been friends for a long time. I'm still in fucking awe when he's in the room.
What are you expecting from the London stop? Seeing that Toronto, he put it up a notch. Tonight, we don't know what's going to happen, but...
Yeah, I'm actually kind of hoping Floyd's going to get some love in here tonight, you know? If he can't get love in Brooklyn, man, he ain't going to like London.
Now, Dana, we saw you at the Mayweather-Pacquiao weigh-in, and it looked like you were taking it all in. Obviously, it wasn't your show, like you said. You were taking it all in. Did that kind of get the ball rolling in your head towards maybe one day doing a big fight like this and bringing a boxer with an MMA
No,
guy?
God, no. But I always,
or the grand scheme,
I love going to big fights and being, a fan. My show, Looking for a Fight, that I do, I like going and sitting there and having zero responsibility to fight and just being a fan and hanging out and watching. So, yeah, it's fucking great. I love it.
Yeah. Do you trust Showtime right now? Do you trust them?
There's nothing to not trust. I mean, what are they going to do to us? They might turn our mic off, or what are they going to do? That's really going to hurt us or whatever. There's nothing. No. At the end of the day, when this is all said and done and it's over, they're in business with Floyd Mayweather. They're not in business with me, and I have a real bad history with Showtime. It's not like we're all like, hey, fucking great to see you and all that stuff. So, yeah, no, it makes sense for them to do us dirty here and there, and it's all good. It's all good.
Dana, how many calls do you get every day? Because everybody wants a ticket. Leonard told us he had 67 calls just when he jumped in the shower.
Oh yeah, for tickets? Oh, it's madness.
Any big names, huge celebrities?
Every big name, every celebrity. Literally all of them. Name them. They've asked for tickets.
Who's shown more interest? UFC guys, athletes, celebrities, or
everybody?
Are the UFC guys interested in this?
This is a truly global fight that touches and reaches everybody. I mean, it's crazy.
Do you see this in a way coming full circle? Because your history was starting with boxing, and then you took what you didn't like about boxing and you went with the UFC and you implemented that, and now you're back at a boxing event.
Yeah, no, not really. No? I don't know. In a million years, I never thought that something like this would happen. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I've known Floyd for a long time, and I never thought that I would be a part of a fight with Floyd. Mm-hmm.
No, I was telling somebody, it's just trippy just seeing you and Floyd and Conor on stage. Like yesterday, I really looked at it. I'm like, man, this is so weird.
Crazy. Yeah, no, it's fucking batshit nuts. Yeah, it's crazy.
Dana, are there any elements? A lot of times, I think you look and you're always improving the show and they're changing. Are there things of this promotion with bringing just the two main guys out to do anything like this with maybe some of the UFC events, to maybe change up the weigh-ins, just do something different?
I don't know. You think I should do these kind of press conferences?
I don't know. What do you think?
I think not. I think I shouldn't. At the end of the day, my philosophy is this. When we all go out there, there's two people that these guys want to hear from. Fucking Floyd and Conor. That's it. Nobody wants to hear any 20-minute speeches from fucking people that shouldn't even be on stage and all that bullshit. You know what I mean? They want to hear from the fighters. And I think that it should be open. Like, you know, it's great. You have to come out and spend some time with you guys, but things should open right up to the media. That's why I do the press conferences the way that I do. I walk out and I say, what's up? Thanks for coming. Appreciate it. Maybe I have a couple items that I got to hit you with, but it's right into it, you know. And I have a dais full of guys that you can ask questions to, you know. Fans and everybody don't want to hear from, you know, they want to hear from two guys.
How's your throat feeling from announcing McGregor to come out? Doing good?
I'm
got two
good.
more.
I literally, if this was my event, I'd be beat down and wore out already, and fucking, I'd be toast. I feel great, man. Been cruising all these cool cities. My room's great. My plane's great. I'm good. This has been great for me.
Dana, are you disappointed that Mousasi decided to leave for Bellator?
No. It's the right move for Mousasi. Yeah, I'm happy for him.
I'm curious, what has Lorenzo told you about the fight? And how instrumental
I talked to Lorenzo last night.
What did he say?
Yeah, he's like, because you know, this thing's so entertaining. He fucking loves it.
In terms of the fight, how instrumental, was he in making the fight? Did he have an influence in it all?
Did Lorenzo
have an influence of making this fight happen, or was it just?
Oh, definitely.
Much?
The first meeting that we had was actually in Lorenzo's office. Yeah. So yeah. It started there, and then I had to get together with Team Mayweather. And
is there anything you would change in boxing, given that now you're getting closer to boxing? Just from what you see, besides the press conference, any rules, any regulations?
In boxing? I mean, if I was involved in boxing, I would change everything about boxing, as far as how it looks, how it's shot, how it's done. But no, I wouldn't mess with the rules or any of that stuff.
What are your thoughts on the current talent pool of MMA fighters on Long Island?
Well, I think they're all fighting on the fucking Long Island card. So yeah. It's good. It's funny because Matt Serra was telling me that, you know, for us, the Coliseum is MSG. You know, for us, this is, you know, he said, I wish I was still fighting so that I could fight on this card.
What would you say to a young fighter,
get out of here.
a young amateur fighter who wants to one day make it to the UFC?
A young amateur fighter? Get on the Contender Series. Or looking for a fight. Thank you, guys.